Hello, chat. How's it going? Hopefully well. We're back. We're playing more Ace Combat 6 multiplayer. We're still going. As of the start of stream, we are at 72.19%. Pretty good number. I say that's a good percent. Says I. We will see. We typically get 2 to 4% a stream. So erring on the conservative side, I'll shoot for 74%. We could hit 75. Oh, hold on. My capture card's audio is delayed. Give me a second. Hold on. Ooh, good Windows sounds. Should be all synced up now. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Thank you, Elgato. I should be wearing my glasses too. I have not worn them at all today. Let me grab them from my Ace Combat glasses case.
I walk on.
Where's my jacket, Kono? Where's my Ace Combat 8 jacket, huh? I saw those jackets. Where's mine? Why don't I get one? All right. Looking at the spreadsheet, I think a team battle is the way to go to start us off. Just team battle 1. Fine with me. Talking about the jackets again, yeah. I don't have enough Ace Combat merchandise, you know? I really don't. Well, my glasses are a little foggy. Allow me to clean them off with my Ace Combat 8 microfiber cloth. Don't mind me. I don't have enough merchandise. They need to give me some more, man. I'm lacking on the AC merch over here. Truly. Quit flexing. What do you mean? Where's my jacket? Kono. I can't truly flex until I have one of the jackets. I don't have Ace Combat glasses, unfortunately. That would be like the perfect cherry on top for this bit. I unfortunately do not have Ace Combat glasses yet. You just wait until they give me those exclusive Wings of Thieves frames. That would be so good, actually. Should have bought it. I don't want the one that I can buy. I want the dev jacket that they had. I don't want the one that they're selling. They have one that's for the devs, so like I know I'm not getting one, but it's so much cooler. Their jacket. You want me to have a word with Kono? Please tell him man needs his jacket. Is it just me and James? Valentine? Should I hit start or no? Also, hello, James. I'm getting on? Okay. Could squeeze out little team battle, but I'll wait. There's always a dude who loves his AC, be it Ace Combat or Armored Core or Asheron's Call or Assassin's Creed or Assetto Corsa or Animal Crossing or Astral Chain or I'm out. I'm out of ACs. I thought I could keep it going. I'm all out. Sorry. There are a lot of ACs. Someone made like a meme image of like all of the ACs in one, where it was literally just like a picture of a racetrack from Assetto Corsa with a car on it, but then it also had like an armored core and a plane from Ace Combat, and I think it was like Ezio from Assassin's Creed. Like they put all of them into one picture, and someone way back was like, this is just what your channel should be. You should just be the AC guy. All of the various ACs. That could be like your shtick. And as funny as it was, I just had to go and throw Metal Gear into the loop. Ruin it. And then Resident Evil, and then Yakuza. It's my bad. I just had to mess it up. Was Cole getting into racing sims? I'm not a big racing car or racing game guy. I was gonna say, I think mostly because I'm not a big car guy. Air conditioning. I could do air conditioning reviews. I could just go to like random businesses all over the place and just be like, it's pretty cool in here, despite it being quite hot outside. Air conditioning repair streams. I could bring like a thermometer, like just a handheld one with me, to measure what they keep the internal temp at. Air conditioning reviews would gain a lot of UK viewers, just saying. We're all getting ACs soon. It's about time, man. It really is. It's been brutal just every year. Everyone miserable about the heat wave. I already got it. Let's go. Oh, so chat, if someone were to potentially... Sorry, I saw Rebel's thing. If someone were like looking to update, say some large videos that are like reviewing every Ace Combat game all in one video, right? Those big compilation type ones. And now there are like games that were not accessible prior, but now are. So like release order wise, they're earlier, but video wise, they're newer. Do you guys think those go like in release order or in like video release order? Sorry, game release order or video release order is what I'm asking. Missile strike confirmed. He got a little scratch from that one. Little tickle from the proximity fuse. Game release order for sure. Game release, okay. There are two kinds of people. Hey, I'm a big release order guy, I have to admit. Oh, my camera. Ace Combat, the score is up there. I forget every time. There. Whoa. It's been a bit since we flew plane. And I jumped right into the Typhoon, which turns really fast. Enemy aircraft down. Brutal. He was typing. I couldn't have known. Speaking of flight games, maybe Hawks should make a comeback. Every once in a while, I hear about Hawks from someone who loved it. But then I feel like it's always followed up by like 5 people all being like, no, dude, Hawks was terrible. I've never played it. I've never even really like seen gameplay of it, I don't think. But just every once in a while it comes up from someone who's like, yeah, I liked Hawks. And then it is followed by like a good handful of people being like, nah, I did not like that one. Still comes up more frequently than Skycrawlers, though. Give it that credit. Just doesn't have the spark that AC does. To be fair, it's Tom Clancy, right? So, like, his writing style can be a bit dry. Like, I love Tom Clancy stuff, but for the video game side of it, like, I feel like his writing is great for books, not really for games, is the best way to put it. It's an acquired taste, yeah. Neither of those hit. How did that not hit me? That looked like a direct hit. Okay, we're fine. I keep hearing about Blazing Angels. I don't think I've heard of that one.
Enemy plane down.
The XLAA is kind of brutal against Sam's. Oh, that's the Ubisoft one. Okay, I have heard of this one. Never mind. I have heard of Blazing Angels.
Fire.
Do a barrel roll.
Have radar lock on. Missile struck target.
James, I know that may have looked absurdly sweaty, but I swear to you, I was just kind of pressing buttons and I shocked myself with that. I never in a million years expected that to work. In my preemptive defense, I was just kind of doing shit and it happened to pay off. I don't know how that hit. I'm the one that gets called a sweat. It was cool as fuck. But I don't know how that actually killed him.
Incoming missile.
That was crazy. Got this one bit of hair again. It's that same bit. To be fair, I think it's the way I put my product in. I think I miss it sometimes. That's when it becomes annoying.
Enemy plane down.
You're both sweaty. I don't know what you mean. In my secondary defense, I only make achievement progress if I win. So I am here for the dub. Lost all my sweat on E-Day. E-Day was pretty sweaty, which is good. I like my gears sweaty. But I've also been playing Gears, like, for almost 20 years. So, the thing with that is, like, it's fun for me, but I do definitely still worry with how sweaty E-Day is going to be about, like, newcomers and trying to revitalize the brand and all that, like... Because, yeah, that shit was pretty sweaty. Although I do think the movement changes have definitely... made the skill gap less significant between like high level and like newcomer in that game. It feels like newcomers stand a bit more of a chance. The high level players are kind of playing with one arm tied behind their back right now with the new movement, especially since it's new. Like, give it a year and it won't really be like that anymore, but at least at the start it's kind of like that because it's so slow and some of the old stuff doesn't work. Like, I felt like I was being handicapped by the new movement when I was playing Versus. I felt so nerfed compared to the other Gears games. And it's just because, like, the movement didn't work the way my 20 years of muscle memory thought it would work. So I was kind of making mistakes all over the place when I was playing it. I have reward points on Xbox. Let's go. Oh my god, chat. You know what I just found out like 30 minutes ago? Actually, speaking of betas and stuff. So get this, right? COD stuff this week, yeah? The final BO7 Zombies map, which will just be like the final Zombies map for at least like 2 years. Before Treyarch's turn comes back around. Is Thursday, right? That's in 3 days. Exciting stuff. I'm looking forward to it. However, the Modern Warfare 4 beta starts on Friday. It's literally the day after. What are they doing? What are they doing? Releasing like the mid-season update for BO7 and the beta for MW4 1 day apart. What is happening? Why are we doing that? Activision. Who planned this shit? Do you get access to MW4? It's pre-order access, but then also Discord Nitro users, I believe. I think that's what it was. When I was talking about like there was some subscription service that was getting the early access as well. I think it's Discord Nitro is getting closed beta access as well. You just have to go grab your code for it. So if you have Nitro on Discord, then you just have to go claim the code and you can play this weekend too. I'm torn on the campaign mission for sure. I'm absolutely torn on whether or not I want to play that. Because like we're going to stream the campaign. We stream the new COD campaign every year and it's always like one of the funniest and most enjoyable little bonus things we do every year because those campaigns are stupid and hilarious and I love them. So like I'm going to play it in, I think it's October when MW4 comes out, but they're including just a full campaign mission in the beta this time around. So I'm like, do I want to play a full mission early and like spoil myself? Because it's basically like they're giving us a little demo a couple months ahead of time of the campaign, which is probably a good thing actually, because like that means they're proud of the campaign actually, which is something, right?
Missile missed.
I'd wait personally. Yeah, I don't know. When's the campaign review series? It would be so fun. Doing a review series of all of the campaigns would be hilarious. Because, like, there's a lot of genuine fun and, like, good gameplay in all of them. Even, like, the worst ones. There's still, like, good gameplay moments and level design and all that. But for the most part, I feel like those videos would be a lot of me, like, laughing about the story for most of them. Some of them have good stories. Most of them don't. Making fun of some of the super over-the-top set pieces, like World War II train crash. Those who knows. The COD World War II train crash that goes on for, like, literally 50 seconds. I love a COD campaign. I do too, like, unironically, because even the bad ones are still really fun, right? Like, even BO7, when we played through it, was great on stream because we were just laughing and, like, making fun of it the whole time. So even the bad COD campaigns are still really fun. I genuinely always enjoy a COD campaign. And then when they're good, it's like a pleasant surprise and they're actually just good, you know? In terms of new ones. Like the BO6 one, I would agree, was actually really good. BO6 had a great campaign. Loved that. Wouldn't call Ghosts fun. Yeah, I didn't really like Ghosts either. It's okay. You're not alone on that one. The campaign, I like Extinction on Ghosts, but the campaign and the multiplayer on Ghosts I did not like. Extinction is really fun though.
Shut down.
Then you get World at War and you're like, holy shit, this is peak. I think Infinite Warfare is my favorite COD campaign. Unironically. No. My favorite... Okay, hold on. Let me retract that. My favorite COD campaign is BO1. I think the best COD campaign is Infinite Warfare. Like, I genuinely think it's the most well-made one they ever put out. I don't think they ever matched that level of quality in the campaigns again. COD 2 and World at War. COD 2 is really underrated too.
Careful now, they're tracking you on radar.
I'm a big COD 2 enjoyer. It's my favorite of like the pre-COD 4 games for sure. Holy fuck. Throwing potato grenades in Stalingrad was peak. Ew, that was Moscow. That was the Battle of Moscow.
Missile missed.
Sorry, I'm a World War II nerd too. So. That's a lot of like my love for the early COD campaigns is just because I'm a big World War II nerd. Multiplayer is required? Yeah, for achievements.
Missile evaded. Warning, Inc. Shut down.
Shit. People were sick of it. Yeah, that was... I talked about it a lot when BO7 was going through its marketing last year.
The enemy.
The Infinite Warfare stuff from way back. But that was one of those times where, like, as soon as the game was revealed, everyone just kind of decided they hated it.
Missile was evaded.
Like, literally, just that trailer appeared and everyone was like, nope, shit. Total shit. I talked about it a lot last year because BO7 felt like legitimately a one-to-one repeat of that scenario, where it was just like the moment they announced it, everyone decided it was terrible. Like, even before we saw the game, we got that one like pre-rendered teaser announcement and everyone hated it. Like, before we even ever saw the game at all, BO7 was like the worst COD ever. It felt so much like a repeat of what happened with Infinite Warfare. Didn't help itself with that multiplayer. Infinite Warfare's multiplayer was the worst part. The zombies was actually pretty good. Campaign was really good. But then that multiplayer was not my thing. Because I also didn't really like the BO3 multiplayer. The thing with Infinite Warfare's multiplayer was if you liked BO3 MP, it was literally just more of that. Like, they straight up just... I don't want to say copied, but like they pretty much copied the BO3 multiplayer. Like, the movement was the exact same. The specialist system was the same. The map design felt very similar. Like, basic 3-lane map where, you know, one side has like a wall run spot. One side is just a straight lane with cover. It was basically just BO3 multiplayer again. And a lot of people already owned and played BO3.
Enemy aircraft down. Warning, incoming missile.
Because it was balanced far better. Yeah, that's
Missile was evaded.
yeah.
Lock on.
I got that combo pack for MWR and then decided to play Infinite Warfare and was like, holy shit. I also, like, that year, I pretty much bought Infinite Warfare just to get Modern Warfare Remastered. But then I also played Infinite Warfare and I loved it, aside from multiplayer. Because especially, like, on launch with Spaceland, Spaceland is, like, a genuine top 5 zombies map, and I will never let anyone say otherwise. Even like all the Treyarch stuff included, it's a top 5. Spaceland is so good.
Missile struck target.
Do I have time to clutch this game out?
Incoming missile.
I don't know what the in-game time is. A minute and a half. Probably not.
Radar lock. Box 2.
Oh, you bitch.
Enemy kill confirmed. Fire. Enemy aircraft down.
Fuck you, Valentine.
All aircraft return to base.
My gamer brain activated right at the end there.
1. Engage the enemy.
James fed you? Nope. Don't know what you mean.
Fire.
I saw that I was like only a few hundred behind right in the last 30 seconds, and I just waited for James to spawn and prayed that I could snipe him off of it. And it worked. I'll take that. I will take it. Let's do BR again. BR is good. I need more BR progress, to be fair. This is a hot take, but the MW2 campaign is utter action nonsense that throws away all the commentary MW1 brought about contemporary warfare. It absolutely did. I have always liked COD 4's campaign the most out of the Modern Warfare campaigns. But you know, MW2 and 3 are fun. Like, they're fun in their own way, but they're not as interesting, and I wouldn't say they're as, like, well written by, like, they're not even remotely close in terms of writing. MW2 and 3, after the success of the first game, were just like, oh, big action. And it's fun. Like, big action in a first-person shooter campaign is great. But COD 4's was always more interesting. My hot take is I don't think BO2's campaign is that good. That's always been my hot take. I think it's good. I think it's still, like, one of the better COD campaigns we ever got, but, like, I don't think it's a top 3. I probably don't think it's a top 5. Hold on, do I? Hold on. I have to think about that one. That one takes a little more thought. I have to think, what is my top 5? World at War, COD 4, BO1 are all in there. Infinite Warfare, I would say, is better than BO2's, definitely. It might be like number 5. It might be like exactly number 5, actually. No. I would... Yeah, I would say it's number 5. It was a close one. Like, original MW2 was what I was debating right there. It was close for me. Because, like, original MW2 is pure action, but it's, like, the best action ever. Like, Cliffhanger is probably just the coolest Call of Duty mission ever made. That shit is just pure rule of cool all the way through, and it works because it is really fucking cool. It works. At least on me, it works. Bad Company 1 and 2 was really fun too. I've still never played the campaign for the first one, but I liked the campaign for the second one a lot. It's definitely the best Battlefield campaign ever. Which is not saying a whole lot, to be fair, but Bad Company 2 was definitely the best Battlefield campaign. I've still on and off been playing the Battlefield 1 campaign in my free time because it's only a few hours long. It's like 5 hours long, probably. So on occasion, I'm booting it up in my spare time right now and just playing a little bit. But that has been such a disappointing revisit. Like, I remember that campaign being so good, and it's really not. Like, it's genuinely nothing like I remember it. It's kind of crazy. Battlefield 1's campaign has been a very disappointing revisit for me.
Missile was evaded.
Battlefield 3 had a good one. 3's was good. I don't love it.
Warning, incoming missile.
But I like there are missions from Battlefield 3 that I remember. Like the opening mission where you fucking jump onto the moving train is great. The plane mission near the beginning, I feel like everyone remembers that one from 3. But like, yeah, the jet mission at the beginning was really, really good.
Lock on.
Battlefield 3 had some really good missions. I don't think the campaign overall was all that great, but it had some really good ones. I do remember when they revealed Battlefield 3 that it was like, they revealed it with that mission in the Middle East with like the earthquake hitting, which is also a pretty good one. Like in the middle of all the battles and stuff, just this huge earthquake breaks out and fucks everything. That's a pretty good one too. But I remember them revealing the game with that, just like a demo of that mission. And it was like insane. Everyone thought that that was the game that was gonna kill COD, because the graphics were so good. And what's it? Like obviously it was going for the same sort of vibe as the Modern Warfare campaigns, and everyone was like, this is it. This is the new Call of Duty right here, Battlefield 3. I remember that. I remember thinking that. I remember seeing that campaign demo and being like, oh my god, this is like Modern Warfare, but better. This is crazy. And then it was okay. Because I also was a Bad Company 2 fan. Like, I had just recently bought that and been playing it. So seeing, like, more Battlefield and seeing it look that good, I was like, bro, this is it. This is the one. It also came out the same year as MW3, didn't it? And, like, MW3, for as great as that game was, it didn't look that good. Like, I remember when that game came out, everyone being like, this literally is just MW2 2. Like, what's the point of this? So that combination had everyone thinking that, like, Battlefield 3 was just gonna sweep. 2011? Yeah, same year. Yeah, that was the matchup. I was like, I feel like I remember it being MW3. Because MW3 was the first COD game that I remember feeling like the COD fatigue pre-release. Where people were like, dude, this literally just looks like MW2. And like nowadays, we all love MW3, nostalgically. But I remember pre-release, it was a lot of like, this is the same game. I feel like that's kind of where it started for COD, the same game criticism. Because before that, like, every year was super different, right? Like, you went from a World War II game to a Modern Warfare game to a Cold War game. But then MW3 came around and it was, like, kind of just MW2 again. And I feel like that's the first time I remember hearing the same game thing for COD. Battlefield 3 was mega blue. Yes, it had that blue filter. I remember. What do we think of Battlefield 5? Look, I don't know what chat thinks, but I'll tell you what I think. I think Battlefield 5 is really good now. I think when I played it at launch, I didn't really like it that much. However, I went back and played it again after like the final update with friends and stuff. And when you go play Battlefield 5 today, the multiplayer is awesome. It's pretty much just Battlefield 1, but World War II.
Shut down.
Like, operations is great, just as good as it was in BF1. I'm a big World War II nerd, so I'm, of course, going to be a little partial to anything World War II, but
The enemy.
I love it. It has some really obscure World War II conflicts as well, which I appreciate. Heard the rumor that Sledgehammer might be taking over Halo. Yeah, I don't know why this is a repeating rumor. This was a rumor that circulated a few months ago and then kind of died out, and now it's back. Because, like, it turned out that it was kind of nothing, and Sledgehammer is, in fact, working on a new COD game. But now the rumor is back for some reason, and I think it's just because campaign evolved. Probably. But I have seen it going around again. I think there's like zero credence to it, to be clear.
Careful now, they're tracking you on radar. Box 2.
Valentine is playing crazy this game. He's making up for last time.
Missile was evaded.
Would y'all play an id Halo campaign?
Warning, incoming missile.
I would. I don't think id would be the studio for Halo. Because,
All aircraft return to base.
what's it? Their design philosophy is so different.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
The two studios, I mean. Or I guess, yeah. Even 343 still carries that same design philosophy that Bungie did with Halo. Just not as well, but they carry it. They still hold the same, like, design pillars and stuff. They're very different from ids. I don't know, like, I would play it. I love id, I love Halo, but I don't know if they would necessarily gel. Like, I don't think it would feel like Halo. I think they could make a great game in the Halo universe, but I don't think it would feel like Halo. I think it would just feel like something completely new. All right, boys. We do it. I would just like a more consistent vision from 343. Each of their games have been so different. I think they did keep a fairly consistent vision between 4 and 5. Like, there were differences, obviously, but 4 and 5 have a similar feel. A very similar feel. But I think they massively have been overcorrecting. And I think they're catering too hard to an audience that's not going to give them credit for it anyway. Trust them more than 343 anyway. I just recently on Twitter, I think it was the Act Man who said, like, this is on the topic of them getting, like, overly hated. Like, I think you can criticize 343 for their design for sure. I criticize their design a lot. I don't think it's that bad. People definitely blow it out of the water. But I just recently, I think it was Act Man who tweeted and said, like, at this point, honestly, I would trust anyone more than 343. Like, give it to Ubisoft. It just, I don't care. Give it to someone else. And I thought that's insane because Ubisoft, like, you can't be serious. You genuinely just cannot be serious. I don't believe it.
All planes, assume attack formation.
It's like replacing Satan with Beelzebub. and comes out with some batshit takes, hey, me too, man. I still don't think Ace Combat Zero is the best Ace Combat. And like, even after 100%ing it and everything, like I don't really feel all that differently towards the game. I still just, I don't see it. I'm not seeing what everyone else is seeing. You know? I'm the same way. I didn't really like Yakuza 7 that much. Me personally, I just, it was not my thing. I didn't think Lost Judgment's combat was that amazing. I'm trying to think of just recent things now that were like very spicy from me. I didn't like Lost Judgment that much story-wise. I feel like I liked the story more than the combat. I mostly appreciated the side content in Lost Judgment, personally. I think the side content is the highlight of Lost Judgment, for sure. Spiciest RE take? I don't think my RE takes are that spicy. But maybe it's just been too long since I had people like commenting about how stupid I am. I don't think my RE takes are that spicy. I like I like RE0 way more than most people. I don't even particularly love it, but I definitely like it more than most. I like Code Veronica way more than most people too. Oh, I don't like Revelations 2 very much. That one is a little spicy. That one is a little spicy. I don't think Revelations 2 is that great. I really... It's never gelled with me like that. Lately saying that RE6's shit is treated like a spicy take. Bro, I know. For some reason, out of my whole RE series, the most pushback I ever got was, saying that I don't really like RE6 that much. Which is crazy. That was like my most controversial video. And I didn't even say it was like awful, but I gave it like a 6 out of 10 and people were furious that I rated it so low. You think Ace Combat 8 will surpass expectations or flop? I don't know. Okay. Ace Combat community generally gets themselves, I would say, overly hyped up. If that makes sense. Like, I think, and I've seen this in other communities that are similar to Ace Combat as well. I think because the series is so niche, the community gets really, really excited for anything, right? I think it will surpass expectations for most people, but I think generally the loudest community members that I see are the people who like think that it is the second coming of Jesus Christ. In that sense, it's not going to surpass expectations. I think for most people, it will surpass expectations. It definitely blew my expectations away. Like, I was pretty cautious about it, but when I played it, I was shocked. Especially because the build that I played was like an 8-month pre-release build, and it was so polished. Like recently, with the Gears beta, when people are like, "Oh, it's buggy and like there's some crashing and stuff like that and everything," but like it's a beta. Now I'm sitting here like literally every time that I've had that conversation with the Gears beta and how buggy it was and stuff and how unpolished it felt. I'm sitting here thinking about the Ace Combat 8 build that I played that was like nearly a year pre-release, and it felt like all of the content that I got to play, at least,
Alpha 1.
could have shipped for retail that day and been one of the most polished games of the year. Like, it was so crazy polished, especially for the state in development that it was at. It was wild. Like, just everything, there were like no bugs. Everything felt tight. There were no like genuinely, the only real issues I have with it are like the UE5 issues that are in pretty much every UE5 game these days. And those will get like modded out if there aren't in-game settings that make it better, of course. Like, that always ends up happening. But I wish we didn't have to do like the engine fix.ini thing with every UE5 game. That would be nice. Oh, the remake came up. Okay, my really spicy take is I really like RE3 Remake. I don't think it's amazing, but I think I gave it like a 7 point something out of 10, if I remember right. And like, yeah, RE3 Remake is good. It's not as good as the original, but you know, it's great. Like, I really enjoy RE3 Remake. Its biggest sin is cutting stuff from the original that you know, should have been there. Like, some of my favorite stuff from the original RE3 isn't in the remake. A lot of what made RE3 feel special isn't in the remake. But as an RE game in general, it's pretty great. And it's really fun on replay with like the unlockables. It has great unlockables, and I love Inferno mode. Like, there's a lot I like about the remake. I think it's good. I don't think it's amazing, but like, I really like it. I did see on Twitter that they're adding film grain toggles and stuff to the CE remake in an upcoming patch. At least on the PC version, you'll be able to turn it off. I don't know why that wasn't there for launch. My game looked really fucking blurry most of the time, but it's nice that it's finally getting added. You're still stuck on Ace Combat 6? How? So many multiplayer achievements, it's ridiculous. Oh, on console too? Really? The cut content made it better to speedrun? Yeah, I have seen a lot of speedrunners really like the remake. I'm really looking forward to that mod of the guy basically taking what is there for the remake and then adding in like the extra stuff, like the clock tower he's just straight up making for the mod, and like the live selection system he's adding. That mod is going to be crazy when it eventually fully comes out. That mod is going to be amazing.
ESM is active.
Claire looks great in 2-Make. I always thought Claire looked a little weird in 2-Make, and it's funny because I just recently found out why. Like, this is actually kind of funny that it came up because we only just recently learned this. We were misled on who her face model is. Because I've always said over the years, I like 2-Make Claire for the most part, but I think she has like a major baby face that's always looked weird to me, and I've never really liked that. And we just learned that the woman that we thought was her face model for so many years was not her face model. And her actual face model at the time of 2-Make's development was like 14 years old. And so that's why she has like a baby face in 2-Make. That's why she looks a bit younger than she realistically would. And I'm like, oh, that makes sense all of a sudden. Like, that's where the baby face came from. Because I always thought she looked a little weird. Like, I'm like, this is not a 20-something-year-old woman. She looks, like, young. Why would they use a minor as her model? I don't know. But they did. Don't ask me why they did. That is one of the choices they could have made. Yeah.
Stage complete. All aircraft.
I think she looks better in the Veronica trailer, for sure. Isn't 14 legal in Japan? At the time, it would have been. At the time of 2 Remakes development, that would not have been a minor in Japan. Japan now, I think, has an age of consent of... I think it's 16 now. They raised it. They raised it. I think it's 16 now. It is 16, okay. I was like, it used to be 14, and that was always like why you saw a lot of like overly sexualized teenagers in Japanese media, was just because it's normal and accepted there. Now you're not seeing it as much. You're still seeing some of it because like it's gonna take time for that to kind of fully make its way out of the culture. But because I think they only changed it in like 2023. It's still very recent that they changed it. But it's definitely like noticeably, at least in games, I would say. Oh, it was 13. It was 13 prior. I thought it was 14. It was 13. Even worse. Even worse. But yeah, that's why stuff like that was so ingrained in like Japanese culture, was just because that was legal and like morally and culturally acceptable up until very recently. And like 16, in my opinion, still a little low. But better than 13. Like we're making strides here. We're making progress. It's getting better. 16 in the UK too. In the US, it depends where you live. Federally, it's 18. But each state has their own individual age of consent. Like in Minnesota, it's 16. Where I grew up, it's 16. Where I live currently, it's 18. It depends on what state you're in the US. Federally, it's 18. But state law in those cases overwrites federal law. So it's like, federally, pick a side. It defaults me to A since I'm player 1. I've learned. It will always default me to A if I don't say a side. Isn't that doxable? There are a lot of states that are 18. I can say that because there's like 20-some states where it's 18. It doesn't narrow down a lot.
Alpha 1, engage the
Plus, it's funny enough, it's kind of regional in the US.
objective point on radar.
Like, you'll notice if you ever like look at a map that lays it out for you. Over on the western US, it's typically lower. And also the Midwest, like up north.
Enemy down.
But then over on the eastern side of the United States, it tends to be higher. Weirdly. Sokol State has bad internet and 18 age of consent. We'll figure it out. My state doesn't have bad internet. I live in the middle of nowhere. Is the issue.
Special weapons used.
I'm very used to living in a major city. I now live like more than an hour away from the nearest major city. Like I'm kind of out in the middle of nowhere currently. which is very different.
Alpha 1, engage.
It's been an adjustment. Particularly when it comes to things like internet and like power grids and stuff like that, it has been an adjustment.
Enemy facility was destroyed.
Nevada it is. I don't ever want to hear shit about how bad Americans' geography is. Ever again. You prefer the quiet? I prefer the quiet. I don't like living so far from like everything. To where like even something simple like going to the grocery store is like a 15-minute drive now.
Watch out, the enemy has a lock on you.
Something more significant like going to get my car worked on is like a 50-minute drive.
Move on to another airspace.
Granted, I have a specialized car, so like, you know, but where I lived before, even with a specialized car, the guy who worked on my car was like 10 minutes from where I lived.
Enemy forces within operation.
Now I have to drive like an hour to go and get any maintenance or anything done on my car.
Continue on with the mission. Target coordinates have been sent. This is the last group.
And then there's like the internet, the power is the big one. Like when it storms here, the power goes out. I'm not used to that. Like I'm from where, especially like I was in the city, which helped, but I'm from where we had like
Enemy
blizzards,
hanging on by a thread.
plural, every year,
Almost done
right?
here.
So if the power grid went out, people would die. So the power grid was really, really good and stable there and never went out because of like weather or anything, right? Here, you get a bit of rain, the power might go out.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
Like it might go out.
Forces are approaching the city. Intercept.
So it's an adjustment in those ways, for sure. It doesn't narrow it out. It might sound like I'm narrowing it down a lot, but like, if you know anything about the US, the things that I'm describing can generally just be any state for the most part, if you just don't live near a city. Like any state, if you're living more than an hour from the city, it's gonna be a lot of what I'm describing. It could pretty much be anything. I miss the rain. Too hot now. Fair.
ESM is active.
A mountain town in Colorado. I wish. That would be nice. I like Colorado. I like the mountains in Colorado. I've spent a lot of time there. Like I have family out there, and I would go for like skiing and snowboarding trips on occasion as well. I really like the mountains in Colorado. I don't like Denver area Colorado that much, because it's like more desert there. So Colorado's very hit or miss depending on the region for me, but I like Colorado generally. Appalachia is genuinely some eldritch realm. It really is, bro. The craziest shit goes on there, and like most of it will never even be known to the public, because it just, like, I swear most of what happens in that region, no one knows. But then when we do find out, when we do hear stories from it, it's the most insane shit you've ever heard. I am down for Colorado. It's expensive. pretty bad taxes, to my understanding, especially. The mountains hold secrets. It's like I'm playing Stalker.
ESM is active.
You're so northern, I know. Get that bag up? You get that bag up. I was telling you just this morning to get your money up. Come on. What are you doing? I'm sitting here working hard right now. Look at me. Providing. One of us has to do it. Chivalry is dead. Fan of Hokuto no Ken. It's a great series, man. I'm literally at work. I'm working harder right now. Look at it. Look at all this hard work. Flying planes. Look, guys, I found this moonshine still, never heard from again. Moonshine is a big thing over on the east, well, like southeastern US. Even then, like, I feel like Tennessee, it's still pretty big, like up that way. Maybe Kentucky, I don't know. I don't know shit about Kentucky, to be honest. I would imagine it's pretty big in Kentucky too. Because, like, it's close enough, and Kentucky is really country.
Alpha 1, ESM is active.
Love my mountain brethren. I'm already a supervisor. This is true. False does make money. I'm fucking with her. Become the company owner. Yeah, False, stage a coup. Take the company for yourself, come on. We'd probably be able to live off of that. Given the company that you work for, you know. I think that would work. We need more corporate coups. We do. We do. False. Is False the breadwinner? It's actually pretty much like dead even between us right now. Funny enough. Like, we make pretty much exactly the same currently. But mine is all self-employed income, so mine fluctuates pretty wildly. Thank you, Mr. Brisket, for gifting a sub. Let's go. It's happening. False, we're getting rich. Look at that. It's happening. Because, like, some months I'll make, like, 3 times my normal average income just out of nowhere. And then some months I'll make, like, half my normal average monthly. And it's a whole lot of this. Whereas hers is about the same over the course of a year. But it's just the same every month, right? Like, hers is the more stable one. Mine is the, if you don't save, you're gonna get fucked kind. You gotta be good with finances to be self-employed. You literally can't not be. It doesn't work. if you're not. Because your income can randomly drop by half without warning on a given month. You just have to have preparations for if that happens. Can I only select a random person for gift on YouTube? I don't know, actually. I think so. Where are the YouTube sub gifters? I've never gifted a single sub on YouTube. Who would know these things? Did you ever show them the gift I bought you? Not yet. I'm waiting for special occasion. That is not far away. Wink wonk. All this gifting subs, but gifting doms went. Yeah, you guys let me know when we're gifting doms. That's when I want to be here. For the record. Y'all let me know. Did she buy you an F-18 Hornet? If only. How much do... They cost approximately 66 to 73 million. I think it's doable. I think that's pretty doable.
I'm about to send you an objective point on radar. They know exactly what we plan to do. All planes, assume attack formation.
I think that's a goal to strive for. Or maybe I could hit up Bandai Namco, we'll see. Can I get a loan? Or I can get a loan, rather. I don't know if we could afford that loan. I don't know. I don't know if we could make the monthly payments on that. EML, EML, EML.
Special weapons running low. All special weapons used.
Oh. I'm dealing with a child. Understandable. The American dream is taking a lease on military equipment. True. Are you winning? We are winning, thankfully. I did not mean to high G. Thankfully, I was able to cancel it. Is the F-18 the jet you would have? Me personally, no. Are we just saying, like, I could have any? Subgifting is indeed random. Like, you can't specifically select someone if you wanted to. That's what we were... that's why people were looking for you. Is it just fully random? Because that kind of sucks. You'd want a Raptor? Probably. Probably. That's like the American fighter jet, you know? It's kind of even just the fighter jet, actually. Scratch the American bit. I mean, it is American, but like, that is kind of just the fighter jet. Still. It's like the most iconic one, right? Oh no.
Going the bank for the lawn as we speak.
Why did Kronk get so quiet recently? Thank you for the 18 months false. Appreciate it. Having 5 million USD in your account and Jeff Bezos having billions doesn't create a difference between your lifestyle and his. 5 million in the bank, like pure liquid, like literally ready to be spent that day.
Enemy forces are hanging on by a
Not
thread.
really.
Almost done.
Not in like any practical sense.
Stage complete. All aircraft return to base.
I could live the rest of my life on 5 mil. I absolutely could. I'm a big like high yield savings, long-term dividend / growth portfolio guy. If I had 5 million in my accounts right now, I would be set for life. Which is why I'm trying so hard. I'm making good progress, mind you. Like, it's still gonna be a while, sort of thing. But I'm really, really working towards having 100,000, like, across my accounts, just total. It doesn't really matter, like, it doesn't all have to be in one account, but I'm really trying to hit that milestone. Because, like, every rich finance guy who has ever written a book or talked about this topic has always said, like, once you hit that first 100K that you've saved up, and you have in, like, stuff that just passively makes you money, that's the point where your entire life changes. Like, your entire financial situation for the rest of your life is, like, different once you hit that milestone. And I'm still a ways out, but I'm really trying. I'm aggressively saving and stockpiling. Like, I'm at the point where False and I go out for breakfast, and, like, as I'm waiting, because it was a place where you had to, like, take your check to the desk to pay it there up front. You don't pay it at your table. Like, literally, as we walked over to it, I was moving money out of my savings account to be able to pay for the breakfast, because I'm so aggressively saving. Not on all accounts, across accounts. Like, just having $100,000 saved total, basically, is, like, the big long-term goal I'm trying to work towards financially. Because literally everyone who's done it has always said, like, that's the point where it really changes. On all accounts would be crazy. I mean, hey, even longer term, maybe. But I have quite a few accounts, so let's not get too carried away. You know, I've got, like, my bank. I have a different bank that my credit card is through. I've got, like, my investment stuff. I've got quite a few accounts. So let's maybe cool it on that one. Let's not worry about that right now. But maybe long term. You do well with the channel and streaming? I do all right. I do okay. I'm just a big, I'm a big saver. I'm a big builder. I don't mind a long-term project. I have 100K local currency, but that's basically nothing. Yeah. I once spent 80K of liquid cash. To this day, it hurts me to think about. Spent it on something worthwhile, but it's horrible. Oh my god. I mean, the most I've ever spent in, like, one go was paying off my college. That sucked. But I was doing the whole, like, debt snowball, get yourself to zero debt thing. So it had to be done. One of the few good things from Dave Ramsey, financial guy, if anyone knows. If you've ever really looked into personal finance stuff, you probably know Dave Ramsey. That's one of, like, the few things that I agree with him on. I love the debt snowball. I basically pushed False into the debt snowball without explaining the concept to her. or telling her that it's from like a big name in the personal finance world. She did it, for the record. She also now has 0 debt. I manipulated her into good personal finance habits. Manipulated is a strong word. I'm exaggerating a bit. Dave is the guy who has a show and receives calls and stuff? Yes. And I generally don't agree with him on much. Only because, like, I think a lot of his stuff would have been great advice like 40 years ago. It is kind of the thing with him most of the time. But, like, I don't think he intentionally does it. And I don't even think it would have been bad advice, like, when he was first getting a start in his career. But I think because he's very well off financially, he's kind of behind on it because he's older now. He doesn't have the greatest understanding of, like, how best to approach a lot of things today. But should be common sense, but sometimes things happen. Absolutely, yeah. But he's huge on, like, if you have debt, first priority should be getting rid of your debt before really saving like mass amounts of money. Which is why when False was like talking about saving up most of her money and like big amounts, I was like, hey, what about these? What about like car payment that you still got, right? You could pay it. Like you could just get rid of that and then save. No interest from the car payment. She ended up debt snowballing without knowing it. Sorry, False. But also, you're welcome. But also, sorry. But also, you're welcome.
ESM is active.
Modern economies are just set up for a debt-death spiral. It's true. Once had some dude at a party telling me and my brothers that debt is great because with inflation, the amount of debt you have technically goes down. My credit hates you, it's okay. She says it tanks her score, or tanked, sorry. It dropped what, like 20 points that you've already mostly gotten back? If I'm not mistaken? I don't actually know her credit score right now. We talk finance a lot. We're very open about finance. It dropped over 40? Oh, that's where my 20 was coming from. Okay. It dropped 40, you got 20 back. To be fair. Context, her credit score still after that is exceptional. Like way higher than the average credit score. It's a fantastic credit score still. It was higher. This is true. But she still has an outstanding credit score. Genuinely. Way better than mine. She has way better credit than I do. I need perfect. She's a bit obsessive about the credit score, which is good. I'm a bit more obsessive about the actual like saving and investing side. She's all about the credit side, which is great. You know, they work together, right? We both cover our area. We need a house. Yeah, I've got the savings and such. You've got the credit. We bada bing, bada boom. You know? Works. We both handle our side. It works. Are you a stonks kind of guy? I am a stonks kind of guy. I'm a big stonks guy. So my thing is like historically, they just go up. Like I'm a long-term guy. I'm not like a min-maxing, like buying when it's low, selling as soon as it's really high sort of thing. I'm like long-term, like 10 plus years of investment sort of guy. Right? Because historically, it goes up. Even with crazy financial collapses like the Great Depression, it still trends up over the long term. Like, it's still, obviously, the market today is light years ahead of what it was during the Great Depression. Or before, sorry, not during, obviously during, but before as well, right? So, like, genuinely, I'm of the mindset, and this is not financial advice, but I am a believer that if you invest long term, like you plan on just putting it in and leaving it for years and years and years, you're only ever going to win. Unless you're buying completely stupid shit, like unless you're buying shit coins or something. Or crypto in general. It's also a take of mine, but I used to be into crypto. I've moved on from that shit. Also, sorry, this is the Naiad. Wrong Ace Combat, but good meme. Bought himself a brand new Porsche. Wow, why would you do that?
All special weapons used.
I always talk about the one time that I did make like a big profit on crypto. I put that towards college. Like I put that towards paying for that. Like legitimately all of the profit that I made went to that. I didn't keep any of it. It entirely went to paying off college. And that's also, for the record, the one and only time that I ever got any sort of significant win in that space, which is why I'm like, you're just gambling, buying and selling crypto, genuinely.
Missile was evaded.
That whole sector is built on fucking
Operation Bravo complete.
hopes and prayers.
On to another airspace.
I'm not a believer.
Operation Alpha complete. You're doing great. Continue on with the mission.
I'm deathly allergic to debt. Me too, man. I avoid it like at all costs, which is why my credit score isn't that great.
Target coordinates have been set.
To be fair, my credit score, nothing crazy. And that's why, because I don't like having any debt. Like, I really, really don't like it. False, on the other hand, likes building the score, is good about paying stuff on time every single time. She has good habits, so like it's great for her. She loves it. I don't have that brain for it. Thankfully, she does. She is credit pilled. I have never been, unfortunately. My brain just really does not work like that. The stockpiling side, the building side, love that. The credit thing, not so great at that.
Enemy forces are hanging on by a thread. Almost done here. Missile struck. Stage complete. All
To be fair, it was to prove my parents wrong because they got really mad when I got a credit card. And I know how to use it, they didn't. Oh, okay. I was like, why? But that would make sense if they've had bad experiences with the credit system.
Intercept.
I sleep better knowing I don't owe anyone. Me too. Absolutely. And also, like, I save kind of excessively, which I've never been shy about, and I recognize it, that I probably don't need to save as much of my, like, monthly income as I do. But that also, like, I sleep better knowing that if any crazy, like, financial emergency hit tomorrow, I would actually just be able to pay for it and move on, and it wouldn't, like, ruin me, right? That's my other thing. Like, those are the two things financially that I sleep better with. I got one credit card one time, made a $3,000 purchase and paid on it for years. To be fair, they did need to make that $3K purchase immediately. Lawyer, fun. In case of the next major erosion conflict, you're economically ready. Exactly. Not quite at the point of buying a house. But working on that. I almost just clipped that thing on the way out. Just immediately shred and throw it away. Well, to be fair, you don't need multiple, right? You kind of just need one, and then you're good.
ESM is active.
Never know when them land battleships are gonna roll up.
It will?
It's true. Get your money ready and invest in general resource, if only. If only I had this sort of insider knowledge. There we go. Waiting for that housing crash? Bro, me too. I'm so ready. I'm so ready for it to crash. We are actually, like, I just saw this week, there were a lot of reports going around, speaking of, that the number of homeowners in the US is the lowest it has ever been in the country's history. Like, it's lower than it was in 2008. It's lower than it was in, like, the Great Depression.
You're leaving combat airspace. Turn back immediately.
So when it crashes... When it crashes, eventually, it might not be soon. Who knows when it will be, but when it does, I'm ready. I've been saving.
ESM is active.
I've been saving. I am so ready. I don't know how long I can wait. We can rent. It's fine. We can just rent. You think it's when midterms roll around? Probably not. Until it crashes, I'm gonna invest on a tent from Decathlon. Yeah, until it crashes, I'm actually going to invest in a deluxe edition copy of Gears of War E-Day. And Ace Combat 8. Wings of Thief. I forgot the subtitle for a second. Or, you know, what have you. Crazy that I forget the subtitle. It's literally plastered all over my office with all this merch I got. It's literally on my car keys. I mentioned before, I think, that also part of the merch they gave me was a little, like, lanyard. So I swapped out the old one that I had my car keys on, and now my car keys are on a little Ace Combat 8 lanyard. Literally, like, all of these little household things that they just gave me, that, like, my whole space is fucking Ace Combat branded at this point. It's ridiculous. It's fucking wild. Invest in creatine? I don't need it. I got those caveman genes. I build and maintain muscle off of so little effort. It's honestly kind of scary. Like, I can tell you now, from experience, like when I was doing the big move, I can legit not work out for like 2 months. And the muscle mostly just stays. I don't know where the fuck I got these genes from, these crazy caveman genes of mine, but I love them sometimes. I have to say.
ESM is active.
Built to become a raider, bro. I don't know what these Balkan genes have got in them, but they're fucked. They're actually crazy. It's got to be the Balkan genes because the other half is like Irish, and no offense to the Irish, but like they're not built like that. Tank class. So Belka is involved, probably. Tried to take creatine for a while. It made my muscles all squishy. It does that to everyone. It does make your muscles squishy.
ESM is active.
Because literally all that it does is it forces your body to retain more water than it typically would. This is why I'm not really that big on it, because it's literally just a visual thing that's not actually having any real effect on like your health or your gains at all.
Stage complete.
Just makes
All
you look
aircraft
bigger.
return to base.
Because it literally just like inflates your muscles with water. That's all it does. So like everyone when they take it gets the squishy muscle, because it just forces your body to retain more water in the muscle. You're literally just getting blown up like a balloon. Sorry, creatine enjoyers. I'm not like against it. I just personally, like for me, I'm not that big on it. I did take it in like high school, but yeah, like since being a senior in high school, I haven't taken it at all. You know what, boys? Let's do another. We'll fucking bang these out, eh? I would say how many siege battle victories remain. It would be good for morale, but I also I like the surprise of us just kind of getting to like the really good stuff, like a really good surprise later, and then it being like a big moment. So I'm torn. I'm constantly torn with these streams between giving like constant updates or saving the surprise for later. Less than 5, unfortunately not less than 5. We've got more than 5 left. Irish has the fighting spirit, not the fighting physique. That's true. That is a very good way to put it, actually.
I'm about to send you an objective point on radar. They know exactly what we
6?
plan to do. All planes, assume attack
More than
formation.
6. Just give overall percentage at the end of stream. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. Is like end of stream / beginning of stream, giving the overall percentage, and then the other like pleasant surprises, like when I'm suddenly like, hey, just a heads up, we're like 3 wins away from an achievement pop. I like saving those for when we're actually like really close, like 3 away.
Alpha 2 to launch.
The spreadsheet is looking good, though, for the record.
Tracking you on radar.
Going to Japan in 3 weeks, hopefully can find a wife. Hey, just keep in mind when you are... Where are you going again?
Special weapons running low.
Remind me?
Missile was evaded.
You said before, but I forget where all you were going. Where am I not going? That's true, there was a list.
We got radar lock on. Missile struck target.
On a search for that Wagyu A5. Wagyu A5 is crazy. What the fuck? Tokyo. Okay, yeah. Just remember, okay, when you're going through kabukicho and they're asking you, like, you have women on the street asking you for massaji, they're not asking for what you think they are. They're not offering what you think they are. Just remember that.
Watch out, the enemy has a lock on you.
The massaji is not what you think.
Operation Bravo complete. Move on to another airspace.
Be wary of the kabukicho massaji.
Operation Alpha complete. You're doing great. Continue on with the mission. Missile evaded.
It's my 4th time going. I'm well aware of kabukicho.
Enemy forces within Operation Airspace have been eliminated. Nice work. Target coordinates have been sent. This is the last group. We have radar lock on.
And speak a little Nihongo. I will be a victim. I volunteer. I will be the victim.
Missile missed. Alpha 2, Fox 2.
Or I gotta brush up on my Nihongo. I have not been great about studying the last few months.
Hanging on by a thread.
Like since the move. The move threw off like all of my like daily routine.
Stage complete. All
Pretty
aircraft
much.
to the base.
I gotta get studying again because we're almost done with Yakuza 2, like actually. Like we have only a handful of streams left for Yakuza 2, if even that many.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
I gotta brush up quick because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get that early Kenzan patch. This morning, I almost fucking sent a shot in the dark out there and just like tweeted. I was like, Yakuza Twitter, please put me in contact with Majdima, please. I'm begging. Who knows how to get in touch with this guy? Because, bro, the only place that this guy fucking exists on the internet is GameFAQs. You can't reach out to people directly on GameFAQs. Like, how am I supposed to fucking find this guy? It's crazy. Ace Combat fans have no idea what I'm talking about, but the Yakuza fans do.
Strike confirmed.
Bro doesn't want to use GameFAQs. No, you can't message people directly on GameFAQs. Like, I can't get in contact with the guy through there. Genuinely. I have a grammar Bible from my first year of Japanese at university. Let's go.
Active.
My grammar Bible is Genki 2. Genki Volume 2. Thank you. Thank you. I know my Nihongo. Very Jozu. Honto Jozu. Even. Everyone clapped. Yep. Genki Volume 2. Thank you. That's my grammar Bible. I have Genki 1 and 2. They're really good. They are genuinely really good. I have both as well. I actually pretty much learned my grammar entirely from those books. And also, wow. I actually think playing the Yakuza games while studying in the earlier days kind of hurt my grammar more than it helped it, but some of my grammar also came from the Yakuza games, which is for better and for worse.
Turn back immediately.
I didn't get any comments at the Ace Combat event on my Japanese, like my dialect being weird, so I'll take that as a win. Because I always thought that my dialect was kind of fucked. But I didn't really, I don't do much speaking with native speakers, so, you know, I wasn't sure, but I kind of assumed that my dialect was fucked up.
Active.
But no one commented on it, and typically they comment on it. So, I'll take that as a win. Maybe because it was a more professional setting, like, I don't know, but I was expecting a comment on it, and I didn't get one. So, I'll take it as a win. Bet your Japanese is better than mine. If you had said that a few months ago, I would have said maybe. Now, I would say probably not. I don't know. Have you ever taken, like, a practice JLPT? Because I've never taken the official one. I'm just, quite frankly, for me, I can take the practice ones because pretty much they're just, like, the prior year's JLPT. But, like, I'm not actually gonna go and do the official one where you have to, like, go to a major city where they're holding them and go sit in the room with, like, an actual, what's the word? Like, test. What's the word for it? When you have, like, a moderator almost for your tests. Like, they sit in the room and just make sure that no funny shit's going on. Like, I don't want to do all that. I don't want to do all that. Exam? No, there's a term for, like, the person who sits in during the exam. And I can't remember that term. Invigilator? Invigilator? I don't know this word. That's probably not. Proctor. Proctor is what I'm thinking of. The arbiter? What the fuck kind of exams are you guys taking? No, proctor was what I was thinking. You want them to say your shit, like imagine your JP is bad? No, but generally when you have like a funny dialect or like an unusual dialect, like they're kind of native Japanese speakers, as in just people from Japan, are kind of known to like call it out and be like, oh, you talk kind of funny. And not in like a, they don't mean to be like rude about it, but they are known to just be like, oh, why do you sound like that? What's the deal with that? So I was very much expecting it, but I didn't get that. That's what they're called in the UK. Interesting. Fuck is a proctor? I guess the same thing, but it's just the word we use here. My funny thing with Japanese is I don't really like speaking it. That's my one thing. Like, I don't even think my speech is that bad. I really don't like speaking it in front of people. Weirdly.
Alpha 1, ESM is active.
Famous Japanese people outside of Japan won't because they want to be nice. That's probably true, actually. It's probably more what it was. Definitely thought you sounded like a hick. What's up? ACF had better Japanese than me. Definitely. Oh god, there's no kanji in this. My brain. Hold on. That took me a fucking minute to read. My brain sounded out. That's what you have to do. I meant to put kanji. My JP typing needs work. That's fair. Typing and getting the feel for like how to get the kanji in there is a bitch. ACF just goated. Bro, he speaks so many languages. Genuinely. Because his Japanese is good. So like he speaks... Like, his native language is Portuguese. His English is, like, immaculate. Granted, he lives in an English-speaking country now and has for a while. But, like, his English is fucking great. And his Japanese jump-scared the shit out of me for being also really good. I'm just like, how many languages do you speak, man? What is happening? can get another siege out of the way. Trust. I was gonna change it up. I was gonna go for a battle royale. We did a lot of sieging. What do you think? Have to do something on them long flights? I mean, yeah, he was saying, like, basically, like, it's not, he straight up said, like, it's not as fun as you think. Pretty much, once you're in the air, you're just throwing the thing on autopilot and kind of sitting there making sure it doesn't, like, go wrong. It's kind of all you're doing. He was like, you basically take off and land and then just sit there. It's really not that interesting. And I'm like, no, dude, it's so interesting. He's like, not really. I said thank you, by the way. Oh, you did say, okay. You did. My brain read those two together and was like, huh? But then, yeah, you're right. Fucking Japanese. So many different ways to say things. Same things, slightly differently. English is like that too, but I speak fluent English, so it doesn't bother me. I don't speak fluent Japanese. I destroyed some AI plane somewhere. Unfortunately, not worth any points in AC6, like in ACX. Jew has a plus sign? Yeah, there's no Jew in there. That scared me. He was ready. What? Crazy. No, he legitimately said San Q. The two kanji he put. So at first I was like, what? Because yeah, 39 would be Sanju Q, right? But no. He straight up said San Q. He said thank you. You might be a genius. My Nihongo is more Jozu. They would never spell it like that, for the record. You would never actually write it like that, but yes, you did use kanji to say thank you, but without using an actual word for thank you. Although sometimes they do say sankyu in specific contexts. But you would not, you'd spell it with kana, not with kanji. Also a fun part of Japanese, 3 writing systems, it's great. And knowing when to use them and what it means when you read them. Like the differences between spelling things with different systems, it's fucked. It's not that bad once you have your head around it, but it takes a while. Especially on the reading side. Learning how to say chicken in Japanese. This is a joke that's not as funny if I explain it. If anyone wants to look into it, go ahead. It's not as funny if I explain it. What was it just recently that Akiyama's voice actor was announced to be in something? That like straight up he's just playing Akiyama, but it's not Akiyama, like he's in something totally different. But he's straight up just doing the Akiyama voice. Kingdom Hearts 4? No. No. I don't know who the fuck is acting in that game. Come on now. I mean, he will probably, if Donald Duck is in it, he will be in it because yes, he is Donald Duck in Japan. So yes, he would be in that, but no, he's straight up doing the Akiyama voice in something that just got announced. It's exactly like you hear him and it's just like, oh, that's Akiyama. Sad times for Kingdom Hearts fans. Yeah, False, do you know the sad Kingdom Hearts news? Probably, but like you didn't mention it at all, so I don't know if you have heard. But I would assume that you would have seen it, because if I saw it, you definitely saw it, but like... Does False know? What's the news? The voice actress for Kairi died just over the last weekend. She isn't the voice actress in 3? Oh. Why the recast? F-16 duel is simultaneously exciting and also death circles. Oh, she stopped acting? Like entirely? He's Star-Lord in Tokon, yes. Yes, that is it. Sorry, it wasn't just announced, it's just that I only recently saw it. Yes. He's Star-Lord in the Japanese dub of Tokon, and he's literally just doing the Akiyama voice. I was looking at a comparison between the dubs, and genuinely both have certain characters that are so good that like I would be torn if I was playing the game. You know, if the game released in a state that wasn't total dog shit. Anyway, but yes, go listen to like Japanese Star-Lord and Tokon. It's just Akiyama. It's not even different at all. Thank you, IMDb. That's what it was. Shit. That wasn't a hit on him. I got excited. AC6's gun is so weird in multiplayer. I wish I could aim it like in single player. But because of the peer-to-peer stuff and the wonky netcode, You kind of just spray the gun in their general direction and pray most of the time.
Enemy at 6 o'clock.
The closer the better, obviously.
Watch out, the enemy has a lock on you.
In AC8, the gun was as good as the gun in Project Wingman. Here's the thing about AC8's gun. It's good. There's some delay in your pitching in 8 and your yawing because it's more physics based in Ace Combat 8. There's much more of like a momentum behind it. So the gun is good. However, aiming the gun with the new physics is really difficult. And at first I thought it was maybe just me, but then when I was talking to like Obo and ACF after we played, both of them were like, yeah, I could not aim the gun at all. And I'm like, oh, so it wasn't just me. It actually is the new controls.
All aircraft return to base.
And all three of us were like, yeah, I'm gonna have to play this game a lot before I can actually aim the gun at all. Because like these controls make it really hard. I'll let you take the dub on this F-16 duel. For now. I'm typically the F-16 champ. I don't know what happened there. I like a gun to take skill. Me too. It's really difficult though. Like it's a lot. What's your opinion on the new Wolverine gameplay? I think people are exaggerating a bit. However, I do think that Insomniac has progressively been leaning too much into like cinematic stuff to the extent that it does take away from actual gameplay. And Wolverine does seem like it's only going even further in that direction. I think people are blowing it out of proportion a bit on like Twitter. Like I've seen that discussion going around and some of it's been kind of ridiculous. But I can't entirely disagree. I think it's coming from a legitimate criticism, but it's being exaggerated for sure. Although some of those bits, like the running bit that has been really going viral, like him just running in a straight line with things happening around him and like nothing else being required of the player.
I'm about to send you an
Yeah.
on radar. They know exactly what we plan to
And
do.
the Sentinel fight does look
Attack
terrible.
formation.
The Sentinel fight actually looks so lame, and I'm really disappointed by that. Because I was super excited when they showed that there were going to be Sentinels in it.
Altitude launch.
But that looked really lame. Like, exceptionally lame. You guys see the one of them posting it alongside the Ben 10 game from, like, the Wii? I thought that was funny. Personally, I found that one funny.
Dam destroyed. Special weapons running low. All
I saw the Ben 10 comparison. That one was pretty good. Like, I do think it's exaggerated, but yeah, that was funny. That, like, legitimately,
anti-aircraft
it's just that exact kind of boss fight, like, one-to-one gameplay-wise. It just looks better in the newer game, right?
Alpha 2, Fox 2.
I kind of miss Insomniac making crazy fun stuff, like Sunset Overdrive. Oh my god. I love Sunset Overdrive. That is actually, like, I forgot that was Insomniac, but that's one of my favorite Insomniac games, for sure. Sunset Overdrive was a gift we did not deserve. Especially because nowadays you can get it on Steam sales for like $2.
Operation Bravo complete.
If you're on PC now,
On to another airspace.
it's dirt cheap on PC.
Operation Alpha
So like, if you
doing great. Continue on
haven't
with the
played it, or if you did play it like years and years ago, and replaying it for $2 sounds good to you, keep an eye on it.
mission. Eliminated. Nice work. Target coordinates
Because
have been
genuinely,
set.
like,
This is the
it
last
goes on sale for nothing all the time. Because it was this little one and done game from Xbox way back that Sony bought Insomniac out right after, so it never got a follow-up. It's constantly on sale for like peanuts. Probably replay it soon. It's such a fun game. I do miss when Insomniac was doing more stuff
Enemy
like that.
forces are hanging on by a thread.
Although,
Almost done here.
I love their Spider-Man games. I like Spider-Man 2 more than most people. Definitely.
Aircraft return to base.
I don't think Spider-Man 2 was as good as it should have been, and I think that was because Insomniac has generally been moving in a direction that I'm not huge on.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy. Enemy
But
forces are approaching the city.
I still really liked Spider-Man 2. Immediately knocked over my can after moving it to the side. Spider-Man 2 PS2 is the best Spider-Man game. I'm a Web of Shadows guy. I need to dump my Web of Shadows disc to Xenia. I do. And my Shattered Dimensions. I was going through my Xbox games the other night for something. And I saw Shattered Dimensions in there. And I was like, bro, this was a great Spider-Man game. I gotta dump that to my PC at some point. Because holy moly. Spider-Man PS1 is better? No. I think of those older Spider-Man games, Spider-Man 2 is the best one.
Missile strike confirmed.
Amazing Spider-Man, the first one was really good from Beanox. That one is really slept on. The one that's basically just Arkham Spider-Man, like even more so than the Insomniac games. But that one is really good. What was it? What was I about to say? I was talking about... Oh, I was gonna say Ultimate Spider-Man as well.
Missile struck target.
One of the goats. One of the goats. The one where you can play as Venom, too. So good, man. Spider-Man PS1 is good, but like it's really good. It's classic. It was the first like good Spider-Man game. But there have just been so many better Spider-Man games since. And that's not even like just the Insomniac ones. Like Spider-Man 2 from Treyarch was so good. Web of Shadows, Ultimate Spider-Man. You had to eat people constantly. It was so cool though. It was so cool though. I still like slight spoilers for Spider-Man 2, but you probably already know of it because the game has been out for so long, even if you haven't played it. The fact that there was a playable Venom section, and it was so fucking good, and he felt so fun to play, but then it's literally just one 10-minute section is criminal. Genuinely, still pisses me off that they only did that one little 10-minute section, and it was so good, and then that was it. Never brought it back for any of the rest of the game. Criminal. I tell you. Wasn't there a Venom game in the making? There was a rumor, but I don't think it ever ended up being true, did it? Because weren't they working on just, what's it? Weren't they working on the live service game at the time was in production, and then Wolverine, right? I don't think the Venom rumor ended up being true. Oh, it was in the Insomniac leak. Oh. Probably only in pre-production though, right? Or even at that point, could have still been just in the pitching stage. What are they gonna do? They...
You're leaving combat airspace. Turn back
How? How would they even do that? Unless they did like alternate universe. I don't want to spoil. But like, how could they even do that without doing like an alternate universe thing? I don't get it. Like, even just trying to think about that now. How would they do that? Also, maybe spicy take. Maybe. I don't think an entire game of that Venom would be that great. I would have preferred like an Ultimate Spider-Man sort of thing where it's like a game that is half Spider-Man, half Venom, and you go back and forth, right? I would have preferred that for sure. Oh, I thought there was a DLC for Venom that got canceled because of Tony Todd's death. That would sound more realistic. A DLC? Hold on. Let me just Google this and see what comes up. Apparently, from just the search and like Reddit posts and stuff, right? And some insider rumors and speculation and such since then. It's not a DLC. It's what's it? It was supposed to be like a small scale side game comparable to like Miles Morales in length. So, and Miles Morales was short. Hold on, let me look at my playtime on it. I 100%ed Miles on PC when it came out on PC. On stream. I streamed that one. The 100% took me about 15 hours on Miles. So that would make more sense for him getting like a standalone game. Something that's really short like that would make sense.
Stage complete. All aircraft return to base.
And as of April this year, there are insiders stating that from what they have heard, it's still in production. Was Blade game canceled? I didn't hear confirmation one way or the other yet, but it was up in the air last I heard. The Arcane one, right? My capture card fell out of sync. It was in sync earlier. The audio is delayed now. I was kind of noticing it while playing, but look at that. All right, let me restart my capture card real quick. That's what it's supposed to look like. There we go. Wasn't Blade over budget but not canceled? That's what I heard. Blade was like in a rough spot dev-wise, but not quite canceled, and Arcane was not hit by the layoffs that hard. So it seems like it's still going, but it seems like it's also probably very close to being like next in line if they needed to do another big sweeping pass like that. Would be my guess, is like currently still going, but if Xbox remains in trouble, could get canceled. But it's also supposed to release next year. So at that point, it might be one that's like too deep into production to be canceled. Right? Like at that point, you just have to finish it and release it. It's better to, sort of thing. Yeah, I don't know. 14 layers of management is holding Blade back. I'll be real. I think Arcane has kind of just lost it. I think Arcane is just not what they were. And like, it pains me to say it, but like being totally real, I think it's just Arcane is not what they used to be. Like genuinely, the last couple good Arcane games were Dishonored 2 and Prey 2017. And like since then, it's just kind of been a lot of stuff that's like ranging from bad to mid. Like the best I could say since then is like probably Deathloop, which was just kind of mid, was just kind of like a 5 out of 10 for me. And I love Arcane, but like Deathloop.
Watch out, the enemy has a lock on you.
That was a banger, you think? I thought Deathloop was like aggressively average. Which hurt because I was so excited for that game, and then it was just sort of like, ooh. I never finished it. I loved it a lot. I'm glad someone did.
Operation Bravo complete. Move on to another airspace.
It just didn't sell well. It didn't review well among consumers. It, like, I remember that being one of the huge disconnect games where, like, all of the review outlets gave it a 10 out of 10. And then it came out to the public, and we were all like, I mean, it's okay. It's like a 6. That was one of those big disconnect games where even the people who bought it generally didn't love it. For the most part. Some people really liked it. Hasreal being one of them, clearly. Still really fun. Didn't Moon Crash do the whole time loop thing better? Yes. So much better. That was part of it with Deathloop, man. Like, the time loop thing can be fun, but they didn't really do a great job with it. And they did a DLC for Prey that messed around with it and like concepted it, and that was awesome. And then somehow they made it worse for the full game actually built off of that concept. If you never played Prey Moon Crash, the DLC for Prey 2017, play Prey Moon Crash. It's just as good as the base game. Genuine. Like, if you liked Prey, you need to play Moon Crash because genuinely, it's so good. And it basically does the Deathloop thing, but better than Deathloop did it. So,
Enemy forces are approaching the
did
site.
Austin make Deathloop? No, that was Leon. Which is where I'm like, I don't think either branch. Granted, Austin is closed now. Arcane Austin doesn't exist anymore. But I don't think either Arcane branch has done a whole lot of great stuff in like almost a decade. It genuinely has been almost a decade since I think they dropped a really good game. And they're not going to drop one this year, so it's basically going to be a decade without a banger from either branch. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Arcane has it anymore, man. And like, I'm an Arcane fan. I love even Arcane's super random, obscure shit. Like, I love Arx Fatalis. Like, one person in chat is gonna know what I'm talking about, but I fucking love Arx Fatalis.
Missile struck target.
Arcane, going all the way back, had that sauce. But like, I don't think they have it anymore, man. RPG from the PS2 era? Yeah.
Alpha 1,
As with any
ESM is active.
RPG of that sort of scale and that system's heavy, it's better on PC, but yes, that one. Takes place entirely underground in like a tunnel system, like a huge tunnel system underground. It's like a dark fantasy. The Arx Fatalis Steam build could get you hacked at one point, yeah. I streamed it way back before I ever streamed on YouTube. Like, when I was still only on Twitch, I streamed Arx Fatalis, like, a long time ago. And, like, literally one person in my chat had ever seen the game before, but everyone loved it. Everyone was like, this shit is great. Why have I never seen this? The default guy face in Arx is so funny. Yeah, I always rocked the Tom Cruise face guy.
Alpha 1, ESM is active.
He looks like Tom Cruise. I think it was like Arcane's first game or like one of their first games. At the very least. It might have just been their first game as a studio. Genuinely. It was really good. And it has like all of that stuff,
ESM is active.
all of that design philosophy that Arcane would like blow up for later on with like Dishonored and everything. Like that unique blend of like RPG and ImSim systems design. It's so good. And they have a few RPGs, like fantasy RPGs from back then that are all like that. Like very, like, blending ImSim and, yeah, I was going to say Dark Messiah is a good one. Dark Messiah is so great. Dark Messiah, that's the one with the crazy physics, I'm pretty sure, right? The one where, like, literally any enemy, you just fucking kick them. And they fly, and there's, like, spikes and shit all over the place, and you just...
It's
great.
Turn back immediately.
I think that was the physics one, right? Half-Life 2, but medieval. Yeah, that's the physics one. Those old Arcane games are pretty good.
Alpha 1,
I don't know if I would say that any of them are, like, as good as Dishonored. I just bought Arx Fatalis. Oh, God. It's really cool. It's a super cool game. It's a little jank, takes a little getting used to because it's old and it's a little rough in ways, but it's so good. It's an arcane game, like you feel it. That sort of like arcane design. Have fun setting it up for modern PC. It's not that bad. I mean, I haven't played it on Windows 11, but I played it on Windows 10 and it was great. I played it through, fuck, what's the source port that I played it through? Arx Libertatis. Source port that you just drop into it. It makes it run great on modern PCs. Use that if you're gonna play it. Bulletstorm? I love Bulletstorm. A crazy fucking game. Bulletstorm. So fun. Peak Steve Bloom protagonists in a game that was basically like first person Gears of War, but with like a fucking laser whip, and just that game is ridiculous. That game is fucking crazy. That's another game that more people need to play. Bulletstorm. Steve Bloom is just doing the Tank Dempsey voice the whole time. He plays the main character and just sounds exactly like Tank Dempsey for the entire game. To be fair, like, Steve Bloom is normally pretty samey sounding. He has an amazing voice, but he sounds very similar in all of his stuff. But Tank Dempsey is a pretty distinct flavor of Steve Bloom. And he's just doing that voice for the entire campaign of Bulletstorm. Super short, but the campaign is wild. Yeah, I think it's like, what, 5 hours to play through? Something like that. Speaking of Tank Dempsey, I'm ready for that final BO7 Zombies map on Thursday. That shit looks bonkers. They have like this crazy like alien grappling hook that seems like a map unique piece of equipment. And they have like all of these floating islands all over the place that in the gameplay trailer, players were like grappling between them with this crazy fucking alien grapple hook. It looks wild. That map looks so fun. And Widow's Wine from BO3 is coming back. Finally. We data mined it like when the game first came out, so we knew it was coming at some point. But Widow's Wine is coming with this map. It's finally happening. No more zombies for more than a year. Probably like 2 years. Until Treyarch gets another zombies entry. Feels like the last map only came out recently. Feels like all of the BO7 maps have come out really fast. Because, like, mind you, BO7 came out 9 months ago. And since then we've had, well, with the one happening this Thursday, we'll have had 5 DLC drops since then. It's like, on average, every month and a half or so, they've been dropping a zombies map for this game. And DLC 1 and 2 were okay. DLCs 3 and 4 were both bangers. And DLC 5 kind of looks like a banger from the trailer. I don't want to call it too early, but we might have a three-peat on the bangers. The map looks insane. How much RAM do you have in your PC? 32 gigs. But I'm only using 2 of the RAM slots on my motherboard. So I've kind of always had it like, yeah, I have 32. If I ever need to bump it, just buy another set of 32. And boom. Like, they'll slot right in to my motherboard. VRAM, I believe 16 on VRAM. Right? Or am I crazy? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's 16. I have 16 gigs of VRAM. That's right. It sounds crazy to say out loud still. But yeah. 16. I've never had a VRAM issue or a RAM issue in general since building this PC. Actually, that's not true. YouTube sometimes has a RAM issue where like suddenly my whole browser freezes and I open the task manager and YouTube is doing that funny thing where it's using like 10 gigs of RAM for no reason while I'm editing. So, you know, DaVinci is using like 20 gigs of RAM already and, you know, whatever, but YouTube sometimes gets a little fucky, but that's the only time I've ever had a RAM issue in this PC.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy. I'm about to send you an objective point on radar. They know exactly what we plan to do. All planes, assume attack formation.
Remember when 4 gigs of VRAM was insane? Yeah.
Fired. Enemy kill confirmed.
Bro, I remember even like building my 1080 Ti build in like 2018 and everyone being like, holy shit, you've got a 1080 Ti with like an i7? Oh my god, how much did you spend on that? And now we're just like, yeah, 1080, good card, pretty good card.
All special weapons used.
They grow up so fast. From 1080 to 4080 already. I would have bought a 5080 if it was any good. Fucking 50 series. That was the elite build in 2018, to be fair. It was. When I built that thing, it was a monster. And then by like 2023, when I was in the process of building this thing, it was still pretty good, but like some of the new games, like Baldur's Gate, I remember being one of them. The 1080 was struggling. You know, it was having a rough go on those brand new ones, but we were getting through. I still will always remember I built this like literally for Armored Core 6.
Operation Charlie complete.
I built this new monster PC
Operation Alpha complete.
for the sole purpose of Armored Core 6 was coming out, and I needed that shit to be beautiful. And it was. And it still is.
Enemy forces within Operation Airspace have been eliminated. Nice work. Target coordinates have
Seems
been
like
set.
4080 won't get outdated anytime soon. I don't think it'll be outdated. I think I'm at the point currently, though, and I know this is like such a YouTuber thing of me, but like the last couple new games that have come out, or sorry, Campaign Evolved and then the Gears beta, I couldn't quite comfortably max them.
Keep an eye on your 6 o'clock.
So I've got my eye out for this next lineup of NVIDIA cards. I'm waiting to see what they bring out, because if it's any good, I'm probably jumping on it.
Box 2. Enemy forces are hanging on by a thread. Almost done here. Stage complete. All aircraft return to base.
And it is absolutely a YouTuber thing. Because it is just like, yeah, when I'm streaming or recording games, I want them to look as good as they can.
Alpha
Like,
1,
I
engage
do.
the enemy. Enemy forces are
Spoilers,
approaching
it
the
won't be
intercept.
any good. It might. Could be good, maybe. It's possible. Oh, I just elbowed my mic, sorry. Had to get a 50 for DLSS. It's basically the same shit. It's not really that different. Like, it's a little different if you're doing like close-up side-by-sides comparisons, but it's basically the same. DLSS is like one of the things that has kind of just hit the point of diminishing returns hard. This frugal man, when he sees a new GPU, it's different. It's my work PC, you know? Plus, I said before, like, my laptop is doing all the video encoding and stuff now, and like, that's great. But if I build a new PC, that laptop, that game dev laptop from 2022 can suddenly be replaced with this bad boy as a dedicated encoding PC.
Missile missed.
And this thing would be a monster for video encoding.
Target hit.
Let me tell ya. This thing would be a fucking unit for encoding videos. It's an urge to have a new PC. No, I generally don't build a new one until I need it. It's just a content creation thing. Especially, it's more so for videos than anything. Like, Requiem ran like a dream, so I thought I was still good for the year.
Target.
But I'm starting to get the first couple games that are now like, okay,
Alpha 1.
I can max them,
active.
but not super comfortably for streaming, and like, recording is
Aircraft down.
more taxing than streaming is on the hardware. And I want my videos to look as good as possible because, like, they age well that way. And if UE5 didn't exist, your PC would be fine is a true statement, actually. That is a completely factual statement. Said that E-Day didn't run on max at a locked 60 with a 5090 using DLSS. I would believe that.
You're leaving
I
combat
couldn't even
airspace.
touch the
Turn
max
back
setting
immediately.
preset. I had to go for Ultra instead. Because they had a preset above Ultra. I don't remember what it was called. But on Ultra, I was basically hovering 60. Well, when I was playing off stream, I was locked at 60. When I was streaming the game, I was like at 60 with some little dips and micro stutters on the Ultra settings, the ludicrous settings, yes. But I was also saying on stream when I was playing the beta that like that preset seems to be more of like a future-proofing thing. Like, it's not really something they expect PCs to play at right now. It's more like, here are all of the assets and stuff at their native quality, pre-optimization, and years from now, on the new high-end hardware, you'll be able to play with those settings, and the game can be as gorgeous as possible down the line. It's like the Crysis preset, right? You remember when Crysis came out? Nothing could fucking run Crysis at 60 because the game wasn't made for that. It was made to look as beautiful as possible years down the line. And it's basically a preset for that, I'm pretty sure. I think it's the Crysis mindset of just like, here's everything as crazy as it can look with no regard for optimization. Crysis Now, though, Crysis Now is awesome. And the remaster makes it a little better. A little. I played the remaster because False gifted it to me for Christmas last year. I love Crysis. It looked a little better, but it was still just Crysis. It looked slightly better. But Crysis was beautiful as it was. And, hey, the thing I really liked with the Crysis remaster, achievements. Achievements. It did have a missing mission. Or was it two? It was missing the plane one, the one where you flew around. And I feel like it was missing two, right? They are the Shinseicho of Crysis, you're right. I can't believe we're in the final chapter of Yakuza 2. Like, it didn't really hit me until after stream yesterday. Like, I didn't really feel it in the moment because my brain was so, like, just in the completionist loop at the time. I can't believe we're in the final chapter of Yakuza 2. Like, holy shit. That 100% has been massive. That Yakuza 5 might be a shorter 100% than Yakuza 2. At least if you're doing a true 100% on 2. Because holy shit, dude. I'm exaggerating a little bit. It might be longer than Infinite Wealth, though. It might not be quite Yakuza 5, but it might be about at the scale of Infinite Wealth. And that... Yakuza 2 was made in 10 months on the PlayStation 2. Crazy shit.
ESM is active.
Final chapter of Yakuza 2 and eventually the final match of Ace Combat 6. It is funny that we had all of these ridiculously large, grindy 100% all at once. And now, like, Yakuza 2 and Ace Combat 6 are both hitting the point of, like, the end is in sight at about the same time. I would say Yakuza 2 is closer to being done. I will probably finish Yakuza 2 first. But I really, like, genuinely, I do feel like for all of 2026, I've been doing the same 100% the whole year. I don't know if that's accurate. It probably isn't, but it feels like I've been doing the same games day in, day out for like 8 months. Just mentally, that is the feel of it. I don't know if that's 100% accurate. But I know Ace Combat 6 and Yakuza 2 both started in 2025. 2 streams of content? I think it's more than 2. But I don't think it's more than, like, 4. I think it's probably 3 or 4 streams. I was eyeballing it, granted. I wasn't, like, looking too specifically. But I think it's probably 3 to 4 more streams on Yakuza 2. Probably. Kenzan should end this year. Kenzan's a pretty big one too. I don't know exactly how big. Yakuza Archive, when I asked him, said that it was big, but not like absurd. I think he said it was bigger than like Yakuza 3. But not like crazy. But he said like it's pretty sizable for a 100% in the series. He said it's pretty packed with content. Last match of the day, I think. It probably is. It is 100% bigger than 3. Yeah, so I think, like, we'll be on Kenzan for a bit, but I don't think that's a bad thing. Kenzan is awesome. And to be fair, Yakuza 2, aside from the mini-games, when we were doing that, has been awesome. I love Yakuza 2. And my appreciation for it has grown with the 100%. I love it more than I did before. Definitely. Does it beat out like Kenzan or Yakuza 5 or Kurohyou for me? Still no. But my appreciation for Yakuza 2 has grown quite a bit. Too late. Nosferatu. No EML. I almost said ECL. No EML gaming. An honorable Nosferatu, if you would. Ultimate challenges can get annoying though. I could see that. You ever played Way of the Samurai? I have not. It comes up every so often in the comment section, though. Although someone just commented about it again yesterday when the Ishin video came out, because they were like, dude, if you like Kenzan and Ishin this much, you should totally check these out. And so I was like, is Way of the Samurai on my poll? And I went and looked, because it's come up so many times. I'm like, are people interested in this? And it has like 20 votes in a poll where the top places have like 900. I was like, oh, okay. It's one of those that like the people who would be interested are the ones who are like commenting about it. But it's not that many people. But maybe someday. I think Shenmue has more votes for like something Yakuza-esque, which would make sense too. Do you remember Peter sounding dorky as fuck in that game? Yeah, I didn't like his actor in that one. Love that game, but for the gameplay. And the memes. The fucking failed QTE memes from Web of Shadows are so good. Another 6 months of Kenzan? Hard to say. It's hard to say. Could be a good bit. Could be shorter than expected. I don't really know. Villa's changed into the symbiote and regular suit on the fly. Right. And like that's a thing that other Spider-Man games did like 20 years ago, and they did it well, and it was awesome. So like, I don't know why it wasn't a thing there, where the symbiote was like purely story-based. Granted, during that part of the game, I never took it off. You could take it off, and you could change the abilities back to the non-symbiote ones and all that, but like, I never did. Because why the fuck would I? You know? But those old games where you could literally press a button on the controller and like hot swap between symbiote and not symbiote mid-fight. So cool. Treyarch Spider-Man 3 did that. Web of Shadows did that. And then they just didn't do it for like the big super high budget Sony Spider-Man symbiote game. Because like the symbiote probably isn't coming back beyond Spider-Man 2. Where the woman says, I'm gonna die, and then it immediately cuts to the explosion. No, that's Spider-Man 3. That's the Treyarch one. Or it's one of the Treyarch ones, I should say. Oh. Just saw a trailer that recently was uploaded. Where?
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
Where? Where's the trailer? Wait. This is a breakthrough if true. Can I link it? Links get blocked by YouTube like automatically. But could you tell me like what channel it's on? If it's on YouTube or like if it's on another site, the site and the account or whatever, right? Oh, at the end he just has the anti-venom. Yes. Yeah, you're right actually. But also he retires. Totally not coming back. Never. JurXD. I literally reached out this morning to one of the guys that I know who's on the team for one of the English patches. I don't know. Is it the Majdima patch? Because in that case, I'm gonna feel silly. I reached out this morning to a mutual of the elusive Majdima. So that's hilarious because I'm gonna look like an idiot if they released a trailer like today. So I was also just talking about it on stream yesterday and no one mentioned this. So this was a today thing? The Majdima team. Fuck me. Bro, neither of us can score. High G in this play 50 minutes ago. No shit.
Careful now, they're tracking you on radar.
Is there any sort of release timeline anywhere in that?
Lock on.
I doubt it, but a man can dream.
Shut down.
He scored, the son of a bitch.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
Patch is complete.
Watch out, the enemy has
Is it going to be immaculately timed?
missile.
Once finalization is finished, download links will be available. No shit.
ECM activated.
It's waiting for the right time. Bro, they're clearly waiting for me to finish Yakuza 2. Clearly. That they're gonna release it right to coincide with the Yakuza 2 completion. It must be true. That must be what they're waiting on. That would be the perfect time for the entire community, obviously.
Stage complete. All aircraft return to base.
No shit. It would be nice if it did release like this week. Because then it gives the hardcore fans some time to go in and enjoy the game before I start streaming the 100% as well, which would be great. Because like I was worried that a lot of people were gonna be seeing Kenzan like for the first time in full through my stream if I did get like an early build, which was on the table but never confirmed. Like straight up on stream when he was in my chat, I asked Yakuza Archive channel. He was like, yeah, that could probably be arranged. No shit, they released a trailer less than an hour ago. That is incredible timing. As I just hit the final chapter of Yakuza 2 yesterday. Insane timing, actually. I can't believe that. That's awesome, man. I am excited. Link is in Discord if you want to watch it. Yeah, I'll be watching it after finishing up stream. It's been orchestrated. That would be so sick. I would love for it to come out like really soon. Just like I said, so that people can like get in and play it ahead of time. Because yeah, I would like for people to be able to like enjoy Kenzan a bit and then not feel like they're getting spoiled when I play it. So I was worried that people were going to be like, oh, you know, I would love to play this patch. Now I'm getting spoiled though. What's the percentage now? That was the last game. We are at, get this chat, drumroll. I'm not doing it. You can do it yourself. If you're not doing it, it's going to be awkward. So, you know, 75.5 exactly 0.50% overall. We are above the 75% milestone. I would say that's pretty damn good. Can I get it done before AC8? Probably. Probably. With that kind of number. I think so. I would say so personally. We'll see though. I guess rather than sit here and awkwardly yap for 4 minutes though, I'll just I'll take my leave. I'm out. See ya, bitches. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy and you haven't done so already, feel free to go ahead and leave a sub, follow, whatever. Come back another time. We're doing this. We're doing all sorts of other stuff like Yakuza. Finishing up Yakuza 2 soon. Be there. Sort of my favorite streams that we're doing right now are the Yakuza 2 ones, I won't lie. So, you know, you might want to check them out. They're pretty good. But also like Resident Evil, Metal Gear, we're doing all sorts of stuff. Come back for any of it. Also, if you enjoyed and you haven't done so already, feel free to go ahead and leave a like on the stream. Helps out the algorithm and stuff, so I would appreciate it. Thank you if you've done so already. Thank you if you're about to do so. If you're looking for links, anything else outside of Twitch or YouTube to engage with the community, check out links in the description below. Things like Twitter, Discord server, whatever. Those are all down there. Other than that, though, once again, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope to see you always back here next time. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Thank you for coming to the stream, and goodbye.